All right, welcome to the Robert Show. You're in San Francisco, and you're with Alex, who's like the CEO and co-founder of Clerk Chat. Super excited to be here at Clerk Chat's office.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, for both of you, Ravi. Really excited to be here.
Such a pleasure to be here, and obviously I've been listening a lot about Clerk Chat, the great work that you all are doing in this space. But I'm kind of curious to know a little about Clerk Chat, and before that, I would like to congratulate you and your team on the
Thank you.
recent funding. Obviously, that uh, gets you to a place where now you all would be working more towards the AI space. In It's obviously a journey, but then. Kind of curious to learn a little about yourself, about Clerk Chat. Why did you start, Alex? Would you like to share more about it?
Yeah, thanks. No, really excited with the funding announcement. The
Right.
$7 million raised is a really big milestone. We actually pushed away funding as long as possible, being bootstrapped,
Bootstrap. Right.
working nights and weekends. I was formerly at Netflix. One of our co-founders is at Lucasfilms, DocuSign. So it
Yeah.
was a big struggle. I think we're in an era, actually, despite all the funding in San Francisco happening. I'm hearing a kind of a trend
Mm.
that a lot of founders are looking to push off funding as much as possible. So we'll see if we trailblaze and that continues. But really excited that Race Capital is leading that with Matrix, Altair, and Mento participating in the round as well. So fundamentally, Clerk Chat is a business messaging platform powered by AI. So what does that mean?
Exactly.
Right? What, like, everybody uses AI.
AI.
What and what is business messaging? So
Right.
if you think about the business messaging platforms of the last 10 years, you have Klaviyo, you have Attentive. Klaviyo just IPO'd.
Right.
They send out, I think, great messaging to build awareness.
Nice.
10% off coupons, or they help Walmart, attract customers through SMS messages. But a lot of them we think are not very engaging. So now we're ushering in the area of conversations, and that's what Clerk Chat does all through text messaging, iMessage, and WhatsApp, is allowing AI agents to create conversations at scale.
That's nice. So the real use of AI is kind of coming into the play, and y'all are actually using it very carefully. Okay, so I'm kind of also curious to know when you talk about AI, right? How does Clerk Chat's AI enhance customer service, marketing, sales, the automation for businesses? Because that's one thing is a challenge sometimes for the enterprise leaders. How are
Correct.
you all kind of solving that?
Yeah, correct. You'd either have a deluge of human agents
Right.
helping out, right? Thousands of human agents that are often outsourced in countries like the Philippines, you might think of.
Yeah.
Very common contact center use case.
Yes.
And for marketing, as I mentioned with those other Klaviyo and Attentive, those software, there is no human. It's just one way. And if you respond, it's just transactional. It's like, oh, well, nobody's monitoring this inbox.
Right.
And so you have this weird chasm between both marketing, that's high volume, no response, and then support, that's high volume, poor response. And with
Right.
Clerk Chat, you're marrying both. You can get, or you're helping both by allowing a conversational agent to sit in the middle.
Right.
So you have a 24/7 multilingual agent that can not only just respond and resolve a lot of these customer support tickets,
Nice.
but in a marketing context, actually be very helpful as well, or get something that's personalized to you. Maybe you want this beautiful neon green sweater, and that's something that's personal to you, and the AI agent can make that happen.
Wow, I think that's a game changer for at least the users as well, where you kind of easing things up for them, where the algorithm does the work, the agent does the work, right?
Correct.
So that's fantastic. I'm also a little curious to know a little about with the recent funding 7 million, right? I'm wanting to know what are your key priorities for expanding Clerk Chat, and particularly in AI development and telecom partnerships, because there are such huge telecoms out there.
Yes.
What's your plan?
Yeah, so in terms of, we will be expanding our human agents at Clerk Chat.
Right.
So we still rely on people, thank God. And so we need incredible developers to join the company right now to help
Nice.
us build out the future. So we have incredible talent that are very seasoned veterans. So we need people to help fill those positions as well.
Right.
We're looking for support of our own, and we're looking for sales representatives too. So those are the three areas we'll be heavily investing in.
Nice.
And then from a partnerships perspective, yes, because Clerk Chat, the way that we can use agents at scale, unlike maybe Twilio you've heard of or these other like kind of telco
Yeah.
companies, we actually built our own telco rails and plumbing.
Oh,
So
nice.
partnering with AT&T or Verizon are things that are we're looking forward to doing, and it is very capital intensive, Ravit. So
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's where we're looking to go and how to deploy the capital.
I can't wait. Definitely, it's something obviously will be a game changer for a lot of people out there, and other enterprise leaders specifically, right? They're
Yes.
always looking for something like this. So that's awesome. Just getting more into the weeds of it, can you explain the importance of integrating Clerk Chat with platforms like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, others? How does it benefit users? I'm kind of curious to know that.
Yeah. Well, you said it perfectly. Enterprises today are looking to how to integrate AI, right?
AI,
It's the
yeah.
biggest buzzword we live through: VR, AR, crypto, all these
Yes,
buzzwords.
yes.
And so AI is the hot topic of today. So every company's clamoring, how can I drive ROI through this? And Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and Webex are these. I think a lot of people think of them as legacy platforms, but it happens to be where all the telephony lives. And so they're
Mm.
incredible distribution vectors for where all of our customers live. So if you think about like iOS being the consumer Play Store, these are the Play Stores for enterprise. And they're
Yeah.
often neglected, especially by us in the Valley,
Yeah.
who are like, oh, like who uses Teams? I'm on Slack, but they're incredible. So I'm calling all other entrepreneurs to also look at these stores and these channels as incredible vectors for growth. And the use cases that we're seeing, I believe it was your question, correct? The
Yes.
use case,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
is what goes back to around customer support.
Hmm.
So in the contact center use case especially,
Mhm.
imagine even now at Clerk Chat, we have on our website, if you want to interact with us, it goes to an AI agent first that is very human-like, and we're getting 40% of our ticket resolution, so inquiries, all through AI,
AI.
end to end.
Wow.
So this is really helping even small. A lot of people think about it in an enterprise use case, but even small SMB startup use case, we're able to scale our company through our own product.
Yeah.
But for a larger enterprise, it means, hey, maybe I don't need to rely on outsourced contact center. I can now have something in house as well.
Nice. This is really insightful, and I think it's gonna be something which is a game changer for all the users out there for sure. I'm kind of curious. You mentioned about obviously telco companies like AT&T, right, using or Verizon or others, right? How do you see it in the hospitality industry? Like, I think I was in a hotel in Orlando just like last week, and I was actually, wanting to just call the front desk or the guest services, and it actually took me to a AI agent.
Really? On
Yes,
voice.
on voice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, are you also planning to tap into different industries in the near future with these kind of things?
Yeah. Hospitality is a great one. So the Standard Hotel right in San Francisco,
Right.
if you stay there next time, they're using our product
Oh,
in real
wow.
time. So just a
Already?
few blocks from here,
Right.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So they have deployed it, and we're seeing actually NFL sports teams that are Clerk Chat customers for fan engagement. So you can now learn about your favorite sports teams, actually interact with the sports team
Oh, wow.
in real time at any time. You don't have to clog a phone line to interact with an agent who is maybe not super responsive or not super friendly.
Yeah.
The voice use case is great, but messaging is, think of it as the other side of the same coin. Voice and messaging absolutely go together. And so other industries that we're going into, we're seeing transportation and logistics in the enterprise field. So transporting like 7-figure goods in real time in trucking use cases across the United States. We just signed a very large logistics company.
Yeah.
And so that's a really big space that we're looking to tap into.
Wow. So it's not just limited to the, obviously the telco, but you all are looking at various other industries too, and you all are catering to them.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that's fantastic. One more thing that I'm wanting to know a little about is you've grown to like 1,000 customers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All across various industries like finance, healthcare. Can you share any success stories or insights, impacts, that Clerk Chat has made for these clients, or any stories that would be interesting for us to like listen to?
Yeah, so I think the transportation and logistics one
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
great one.
yeah.
So you have traditionally a fleet of dispatchers that will work with truckers in real time, communicating the GPS coordinates or
Right.
where packages need to be dropped off. And you think about it, in a lot of software is used, but it's actually very a human use case. And AI can come fill that gap over SMS. Truckers love to use SMS as the main modality for communication because they don't want to use an app. Imagine you're driving in real time. The first thing you can click is just your native iOS or Android, the messaging
Messaging.
app,
True.
and say, hey, like, I need help. You're
Yeah.
not going to go to some fumble in some app,
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure. It's like the easiest way is like that, right?
Correct. So they're living on the dispatchers then use Microsoft Teams or Zoom as their contact center,
Nice.
their telephony. And so they get Clerk Chat in there because it's embedded. And the AI can work to answer those first layer questions. And in a lot of cases, what we're seeing is, I'm not sure if you've heard, but the big talk of the day now is action-based AI.
AI.
Talking to
exactly.
another third-party software.
Yeah.
And so that's what our AI is now able to do. It can schedule an appointment, talking to Google Calendar or Outlook. It can
Wow.
update a database.
Yeah.
And then the human at the other end, a specialist, can now take that information and relay that. And it takes away this whole middleware of honestly rote work that humans, I think, shouldn't be doing.
Nice. I really like it. And those are fantastic examples. And, obviously saves a lot of time, right?
It does.
So that's awesome. I'm also wanting to know a little about, the future, right? What role do you see AI playing in shaping the future of business communication, and how will this, the funding also accelerate your vision?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think we're going a lot, as you said, you're in Orlando.
Right.
And you're talking to an AI voice. I think every business in the future will be using some form of communication that's on AI.
True.
And I believe it will be powered by Clerk Chat. So you will now be interacting. It's kind of back to the future, how everybody loved to call, and that's how we grew up and flooded all these calling lines. And
Yeah.
it created such a squeeze on the businesses, they just couldn't. Even today, they can't scale. So it's very hard to get a good, you call a contact center or you message a contact center. The experience is either doesn't exist or it's not so good.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now AI, you finally get a personalized experience that remembers, Ravit, what did you order last time? Where did you stay? What kind of bed do you like? And you can now interact and the same convenience of texting your friends or family, you can now text the business.
Wow, it's so good actually, because I think it's something which kind of makes our lives easier and convenient, where even if it's like, say, Uber, that I'm kind of, go out and, book an Uber, and if it kind of tells me that, oh, you like the black one,
Yes.
right? It could be a game changer. So
Yeah.
I think the possibilities here are endless, right?
Yeah, consumer
it's just
engagement's
about growing.
crazy. Correct. We have to grow this company.
Yeah.
Now that we have the funding secured, as you said, the work starts now.
It's fantastic. I love it. So one last question for obviously about the innovation. So looking ahead, what innovations or expansions are you most excited about when it comes to Clerk Chat? Obviously a little about this, how you wish to scale as well further. Any thoughts around that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of work to be done in terms of AI. So there's a lot of out-of-the-box AI, right, with
Right.
OpenAI, and
Yeah.
the whole joke in the Valley was, "Are you just a wrapper around OpenAI?" for the longest time. And I think there is a world now that we're finding an elegance around agentic systems and development,
Agentic
prompt
right.
engineering, and we're seeing that as being the same as ushering in almost like a new level of developer, a prompt engineer, to do systems level thinking between prompts. And that's actually hard work with, if you think about GPT 4.0 and actually getting systems to talk to each other through that. So I think that is now becoming unique IP for companies.
Right.
Like LLMs that belong to Clerk Chat because of any company, because of the nuances of the design level thinking. And so that excites me, not only for our company, but really making sure this isn't just a hype cycle of AI and delivering true enterprise value.
I love it. And that is something exactly what I heard from, a lot of enterprise leaders at the start of 2024 as well, right? Where they were like, oh, 2024 year is going to be the year of implementation. And we've seen a lot of implementation, a lot of use cases kind of coming out of AI as well. And now it's where there are use cases which are being created already, like for Clerk Chat as well. You all have kind of, gone out and worked with so many customers out there. You all have use cases, and now it's just about growing from here. So excited about it. Alex, one last question for sure, I promise. And that is for our question. If they want to reach out, learn more about Clerk Chat, and if they want to reach out to you, where can they do it?
Yeah, so honestly, we're an open book here at Clerk Chat. You
Yeah.
can talk to my AI agent at any time, but you can text us on our website. If you go to our website,
Nice.
so clerk.chat.
Nice.
You can also just email me at alex@clerk.chat.
Okay, fantastic. That's awesome. Alex, once again, thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on the funding round. It only proves the hard work that you and your team are kind of putting into the game, and we are excited about the future for sure.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me, Ravit. We're
Thank
excited
you.
too.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And such a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you.